What is it, Jakey?
The stone wants to talk with you, if you can call it that. Probably about that ring.
What ring?
Ah, no one told you about it. The fellas call it the Ring of Bacchus. It's a kind of game we play. Kuno gave us this ring. It's just a worthless bauble. But when we're at the tavern, Kuno pays everything for the man who has the ring. So we steal the ring from each other and try to trick each other. Well, actually, just the others. They won't let me play. Kuno says I'm too young to get boozed up.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But I don't have the ring, so why does the stone want to see me?
He probably wants you to steal it from someone. Since you're new, the fellows will talk to you, and it won't be suspicious.
All right, I'll have a word with him. Hey, Jakey, can you tell me something about yourself?
Want to get matey, eh? Sure, Henry. What do you want to know?
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
Well, I used to be a baker's hand in Prague, but all the other fellas were always on my back, always swearing at me. Sometimes they even beat me up, took everything I had. To make a bit of coin, I started going to the tavern across the road, entertaining the rich gents with jokes, playing the fool. Sometimes someone would throw me a half-groschen. One time, Kuno turned up there, and I got to talking with him. When I told him all the shit I was getting at the bakery, he offered to take me with him.
I bet you were glad to get out of there.
Yeah, though it's not like they give me much peace here either. It's all,
Jakey, come here. Jakey, go there. Jakey, get that.
Well, surely you can't be any worse off here than in the bakery.
no. Only, at the bakery, the worst I ever got was a beating. It's not like my life was in danger. But here, when those Bierman brothers are drunk, I have to keep well out of sight.
Jakey sent me to you. Something about a ring?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you want me to get it from someone?
Mm-hmm.
Who has it? Jakey?
Mm-mm.
Jan Behrman?
Mm-mm.
Peter Behrman?
Mm-mm.
I didn't quite... Is it Fletching?
Mm-mm.
You mean Kuno?
Mm-mm.
Does Dangler have it?
Mm.
All right. How should I get it? I'd been to see Sir Radzig.
So how did he take the news?
Well, he wasn't exactly happy about it.
I can well imagine. I wouldn't want the Zulls plundering my estates either. If I had any.
He wants us to carry on patrolling the area. There's nothing else for it.
That makes sense. I don't think he'll come to us. So we'll just have to hope we run into him. I'd like to check out the big forest to the north, and then carry on via Ujits.
Sure.
Mount up then, and let's go.
Please, can we stop for a bit? My arse is aching, and I've such a thirst I could drink a moat dry.
Same here. Now, what do you say, Chief?
Not to worry. We'll reach Ujits soon. We'll spend the night there.
I heard they've got a peculiar priest there. They say he drinks like the devil himself.
There's nothing strange about that. Every other man of the cloth is a swill pot.
Or a lecher?
Or both.
Quiet. Listen.
For the love of God, help! Please, please, sir, help me.
Don't worry, lass. Nothing to fear. We're with Sir Radzig, in the manner of speaking. What's the matter?
These brigands came. The menfolk fled and left us there. They started pillaging the place, drinking whatever they could find and smashing things. I ran off, but the other girls, you've got to save them. Please, I beg you.
Easy, lass. Drinking, you say?
Aye, sir. They rolled the casks into the courtyard and started swilling like pigs from a trough.
Well, as our old cook used to say, If you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Ah, let 'em get well soaked, and then go and chop 'em up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns.
Kuno, the girl's right. If we delay, her friends will pay the price for it.
I appreciate your advice, Henry. But it's caution that'll keep you alive, not chivalrous deeds.
Well, I did what I could. Have it your way then.
I will. And unless you want to rush to your grave, you should do the same. Right. By now, they'll all be drunk as lords. Let's go!
What the?
Who wants their back covered?
My right arm is stiff since last night. Cover that side for me.
It's all in the wrist, Dangler.
And best to take off your gauntlet first, so as not to do yourself an injury.
Still, it's always good to have your helmet well polished before battle.
Thanks for the invaluable advice, brothers.
I'll watch your right side then, yeah?
Thanks, Jakey.
Hey,
Fuck.
Wash up, brother. Heart in your mouth.
Jesus, what the... Fuck!
It's a sign from God, Pepper. A foretaste of what we'll do with the liquid loot we take from the foe.
Shit. I wanted to charge them with a terrifying roar. There'll be no more wine flowing here. Now it's your blood that will stain the ground.
they'll be shitting themselves.
Go ahead and gather your... Oh, Christ!
Good work, lads.
So, where's those damsels we so gallantly rescued?
cheeks.
What's going on there? Hey, who's there?
Hey, Henry. Fancy throwing some dice?
Hey,
Black. But when I went to executions, I always took a roll with me. It's cheap. Or the bacon. It's like that time when
You want to have a scrap with me?
Scrap? That's putting it in vulgar terms. I want to challenge you to an honourable bout of combat. You've nothing better to do right now anyway.
All right. But let's make it a bit more interesting.
You're a man after my own heart. Tell you what, let's make it a lot more interesting.
Well, a wager like that will bring a bit of excitement into it, at least.
You're very sure of yourself, ain't you? Well, you're not the only one. So let's do it. God damn. Go!
we gave you a right hiding. I never thought you had it in it.
A little friendly game, what'd you say?
Up for a game?
Always. I've got some nice little items to wager. What do you say?
Well, that depends what you have.
I've got a shield, a jupon, and a very fine embroidered hat. The shield's got the Rickfald crest, a nice piece, handles well, and tough enough to take quite a battering. Then I've got this combat jupon. Not only does it look good, but it'll help keep your skin in one piece. And then there's this noble hat. It's not a lot of use on the battlefield, but if you want to look elegant around town, it'll certainly make a big impression on folk. And the girls will be fainting at your feet.
I could use that jupon.
All right, but what will you wager? You'll have to make it worth my while. After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
This should be enough, right?
That'll do me. Let's play.
We'll see whose side Lady Luck is on.
Remember how you let on you didn't see that tavern wench? see that often. Talks to you. You kept your mouth shut and stared at the table.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
I wonder what her name was.
This'll be the one. That's it. We'll see. Cursed luck!
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
This'll be the one. We'll see. No point in pushing. Why, oh why didn't I quit when I was ahead?
They
Did
left
I
us some
tell
damn
you
good booze here.
about how St.
As
Clair
my old man
appeared
used to
me?
say,
It was that time
the fire
in
of
Holland.
battle must be
white
quenched.
she was.
Of course,
Like she'd been rolling
the only
in flour.
battle he was
I
ever
wanted
in
to
was with
ask
Ma.
her what kind of bread
But still,
she baked.
it fits.
I figured
Anyway,
maybe she liked sweet
I hope
bread,
you'll drink with
seeing
us.
How she didn't eat meat. But who knows? I always liked
Sure.
black.
Why look a gift horse in the
But
mouth?
when I went
My
to
words
executions,
exactly.
I always took a
Me and the
roll
lads
with
were just saying how we
cheese
know nothing about you.
or bacon. Like
Most
that
of the
time
folk around
when they
here have hardly been
executed
further
that
than the
timber
village
rafter
market.
Who was murdering people
You
all
must have
around
seen
there.
a thing or
Or
two.
maybe it was that Jew
That I have.
they hanged.
I suppose you
No.
heard about the
Jews
raising
in
of
Poland
scallots.
are well off.
Aye, I
Too
heard.
well off.
And Radzig
They've
told
no
me you're
need
from
to
there.
go around killing
but
people.
That's probably not the
Except
kind of
Jesus.
story to
Maybe
go
they
with wine
poisoned
and
the
good
well.
cheer.
But that one over by St. Bartholomew, we used to sit there every day.
Have
I've
you seen
noticed
Sasau
the water
Monastery?
stank anyway.
I've seen it from the
The whole
outside.
fucking elves
Fine
stink.
building. But at the
Especially by
pace
the
they're
mill.
going,
But the
it'll never
mill
be
maid's there.
finished.
You could be right.
How come millmen
Anyway,
are
I've
always
seen
so
it from the
cool?
inside.
It's a funny
Like,
thing.
you were in the
'Cause mill
courtyard?
hands,
Like I was in
they
the
were a
cloisters.
pack of fuckers, and we all
Good
belonged
one.
to the millers.
Only
Guild.
the monks are
They
allowed in
said
there.
Exactly.
Ugly girls jump
Come on,
into the
Henry, I
mill,
like a good story,
so
but
the
at least
mill
make it
would
believable.
mill them
I swear to
into
God.
pretty maids.
I had to get
I
in
don't
there
know
to find a
about
fella
you,
who was hiding out
but
amongst the
I'd go
monks.
with one of
I
them
see,
girls.
but they don't
I
take,
would. Young
no offence,
bodies
every
for
idiot that comes along.
experience, you know?
No.
fucking saints.
You have to be able
Which
to
reminds
read
me,
and write
did I ever
and
tell
speak
you about
Latin
the time
and sing it,
St. Clair
even.
appeared to me?
Yeah.
Ah,
Or at least
fuck.
convince them you can.
You're not
You
listening
speak
anyway.
Latin?
Sure. Basio sepo volam qui plagam diligo solam.
I'm impressed. What does it mean?
Something about how you can't trust anyone. I don't know exactly.
You don't have to understand Latin to know that.
No, it comes in handy if you want to insult a priest, though.
Well, we have a scholar in our midst. And what's it like in the cloisters?
It's like time moves at a different pace there. You pretty much have to do the same thing day in, day out. Get up before dawn, pray in the chapel, eat with the brothers, then go and work in the gardens or the library.
I don't think I can handle that much excitement.
Yeah. It takes some getting used to, all right?
Tell us another.
I've got a good one about something that happened in Skalitz.
I'm not sure Skalitz is an entertaining topic.
No, wait, you'll enjoy this one.
Huh.
Well, we had a German as a neighbour, a furrier he was, and he was always blabbering on about how Sigismund was the best thing for this country, and how Wenceslas wasn't worth a damn. Me and my mates got fed up with his horse shit. After all, he was insulting our king, and we weren't going to put up with that.
Regular patriots, eh?
And as it happened, this Deutsch had just whitewashed his house. Lovely and white, pure as the driven snow. And next to it was a big pile of fresh manure.
Ah, I think I see where this is going.
Wait, though, his wife was at home, you see. So I went to her and said, "Good wife, sorry to bother you, but your husband is in the tavern insulting the king." And she says, "Oh, God above, the fool is drunk and spouting nonsense again." So she jumps up and off she goes to give him an ear bashing, leaving the coast clear for our operations.
I can just imagine it.
Yeah, you should have seen it. How those shit pies stood out so prettily against that pure white background. And then the Deutsch's son turned up with his mates. Naturally, there was a bit of a brawl. And then the catchpole turned up and we had to beat a tactical retreat.
Quite the general, aren't you? Tell us another.
I was trying to track down these bandits who raided the Neuhof stud farm, and the trail led to Ujitz. I made the acquaintance of the parish priest there.
Oh, I've heard some stories about him. Apparently he's quite a character.
That's putting it mildly. But he does keep his word, and he sure knows how to drink.
A typical man of the cloth, eh?
I don't know about other priests, but Godwin can booze like a master. So we ended up in the local tavern. What can I tell you? Wine, women, and song, you know how it goes. Well, we lost track of time a little, and then the bailiff came barging in and tells us it's past curfew and we're to clear out.
Was he on his own?
No, he had some men with him. I'm not sure how many. It's all a little blurry. Anyway, we explained to him politely that we had no intention of ending our enjoyment. So, after a bit of discussion with the bailiff, we carried on. Next morning, Godwin was as green as a frog and hardly able to walk. And then he realised he had to say mass.
That's a show I'd like to see.
Well, he couldn't do it. So he got me to preach the sermon.
You preaching? You're joking.
Well, I did my best. Of course, I wasn't in great shape myself, so I'm not sure what the flock made of it.
My word, you're a dark horse. A nice story, but let's just drink.
Back trouble. What in God's name is he up to?
I got the ring from Dangler. Yeah, well, I suppose there's not much more either of us can say about it. Yeah, thanks to you too. Can we set out?
Sure. We'll head towards Sasau today. Jakey heard at the tavern in Ledechko that someone there saw some unfamiliar horseman.
You think they could be Hagens?
Maybe, maybe not. It's enough that they're not local. Could be the escort of some merchant caravan, of course. Jakey, go and scout ahead. Don't want us running into any surprises. See if there's a good spot for us to camp.
Right, Chief.
What's the matter with Jakey? No back talk.
I gave him a swig of schnapps at supper. Perhaps it made a man of him overnight.
Or that boar piss of yours took away his will to live.
Zastubi devite potoki vina, Nestvenis neseres semezis viva, Nestvenis neseres escases lavi, Citali piem neste vainam plavi. Hey! Genstia citale plemeno hadi, Pusti exodia bona gentradi,
All right, Henry. I'm coming, brother.
Second! Catch the horse,
We're on the river bank.
We have to get back to the bank, quick, before they cut us off.
To the left! Go left!
What now?
I don't know. They could be lying in wait for us anywhere. Someone must have snitched on us. We should split up and get the fuck out of here.
So every man for himself?
Just so.
But you think it was one of the band who betrayed us?
Look around for yourself. Who's missing? Jakey. That's who. I sent him on ahead, and he knows which way we're going. That little fucking Judas! When I get my hands on him, he'll rue the day he was born.
I'll be on my way then.
Do that. And be careful.
I see everyone made it back in one piece.
Thank Christ. Someone up there must like us. Somehow we always manage to get out of these sticky situations.
Well, someone up there, or someone down there.
Yeah, right. Well, the main thing is we made it.
So we'll go patrolling again?
We will, but not you.
What? Why not?
I found out where Jakey is. I want you to grab him and beat everything he knows about Hagen out of him.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. But why me?
For one thing, you're reliable. And for another, you're not likely to wring his neck on sight. Which can't be said for the rest of us.
Where is he hiding?
He isn't, the little shit. He's drinking away his 30 pieces of silver in some alehouse, bold as brass. The inn on the meadow, or something like that.
The inn in the glade?
Yeah, that's the one.
What are you going to be doing in the meanwhile?
We'll go on patrol as normal. It could be a trick, you see, to lure us into a trap.
But what if they're waiting to spring a trap on me?
It could well be, Henry, so you should be very careful. But one thing's for sure, Jakey won't be there forever. And someone's got to go and check it out.
I'll get going then.
Go. And when you find him, deal with him however you see fit. Just make sure you find out what he knows first.
Right, Chief.
Come here. I want to ask you something. Hey, mate.
What's it about, Stefan?
Ah, Henry, the very man I wanted to see. I heard you got the ring from Dangler and gave it to the stone.
Maybe.
Let's not beat around the bush. I could use your help too. I think the stone has had the ring long enough, if you get what I'm saying.
I'll help you. I've got nothing else to do anyway.
I want to steal the ring from the stone while he's asleep, but that fella sleeps with one eye open. He needs a little help with sleeping soundly, and I've got a feeling you're the kind of man who knows how to arrange that kind of thing.
Sure. I'll bring you some sleeping potion.
Great. I knew I could count on you. And if you happen to come across that ring, all the better.
I've got that potion for you. A few drops in the stone's drink and he'll sleep like a baby.
I hope not. Babies have a tendency to shit themselves and wake up screaming.
an ale?
I'm glad to see you.
Ale for me.
I'm looking for a young fella by the name of Jakey.
A cheeky-looking stripling.
That'll be him, all right.
Well, I don't like to snitch on my guests. It ain't good for business. Since it's you, I'll make an exception.
Thanks, Andrew.
Well, I was gonna throw him out on his ear at first. He strolls in here like some lord, ordering people around. He's nothing but a snot-nosed brat. But then, he showed me the weight of his purse, and, well, business is business. He stayed here a couple of days. Yesterday evening he was boozing here, and then went off to the woods with some wench.
To the woods? That's a very broad term in these parts.
Someone said they saw them heading south across the meadow. There's pine woods there and cliffs, and that's where they went. The girl's father was here with her, a merchant. As soon as he noticed she was gone, he went off to look for her. You might meet him.
All right. Thanks.
Here, just as you ordered.
Good evening. Take care.